Okay, so are you ready to dive into a world where, like, politics and finance and a whole lot of spectacle collide?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
You guys sent us tons of articles about Donald Trump, his second term as president, and the launch of his own meme coin,
Oh, wow.
TREMP.
Interesting.
Talk about a headline grabber.
Yeah.
Is this the mark of a true visionary or another chapter in the art of the deal? Let's unpack and see if we can separate the substance from the hype.
Yeah, sounds good.
So what's really interesting here is how he's positioning this.
Yeah.
It's not being presented as an investment opportunity. It's more like a commemorative token celebrating his second term.
Yeah, and that's really interesting. You're right. The Wired article even quotes him saying that the coin is, quote unquote, not intended to be an investment opportunity.
Right.
It's fascinating that he's explicitly distancing himself from that financial aspect, almost like he's preempting any accusations of impropriety.
Yeah, it's fascinating that he even put that in there,
Yeah.
explicitly saying that. But then Vox points out that thousands jumped on board within hours of the launch,
Right.
turning Trumpy into a multi-billion-dollar venture practically overnight.
Yeah, and by inauguration, Eve, his personal stake was estimated at $58 billion,
Wow.
at least on paper.
On paper, $58 billion.
Yeah.
So while it might not be officially marketed as an investment, people are treating it as one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's mind-boggling how quickly this thing took off.
Yeah.
What's driving this frenzy? Pure speculation, blind faith in the Trump brand, a little bit of both.
Well, I think you can't deny the power of the Trump brand. He's always been a master of self-promotion and branding, even before entering politics.
Oh, absolutely. From Trump Tower to The Apprentice,
Yeah.
the man knows how to create a buzz, but this time he's playing in a whole new arena,
Right.
the world of meme coins.
That's right. And that's where things get a little bit murky. Meme coins, by their very nature, are highly speculative and volatile. Vox does a good job explaining that unlike established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which are built on complex blockchain technology, meme coins are often associated with jokes, internet trends, or in this case, a political figure.
So think less like investing in a company with tangible assets and more like buying a collectible baseball card.
Exactly.
Its value is largely determined by hype scarcity and what people are willing to pay for it at any given moment.
Exactly. And that's why so many experts are raising red flags about Trump. There's a real concern that this could be a classic pump and dump scheme.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to break that down for me, pump and dump.
Sure.
That sounds a little shady.
Yeah, think of it like artificially inflating the price of something, say a rare Beanie Baby, by spreading rumors about its value, creating a buying frenzy, and then selling off your own stash at the peak price, leaving everyone else holding the bag.
So the concern is that Trump and those close to him could manipulate the price of Trump cash out when it's high and leave their supporters who may not fully understand the risks involved with a worthless digital asset.
Yeah, that's the fear.
Wow.
And Vox quotes Columbia Business School professor Omid Malikan, who suggests that while it may not be technically illegal, there's definitely a moral gray area here.
It's interesting, though, that Vox also highlights how the Trump website is surprisingly transparent, even publishing a schedule for future releases of Trump memes.
Yeah, right. And Malikan points out that the fact that it's happening in plain sight doesn't necessarily make it ethical.
Right.
This raises serious questions about the ethics of a sitting president launching a digital asset with such potential for personal gain, especially when many of his supporters might be vulnerable to this kind of hype-driven investment.
This brings us to another point raised in the articles, Trump's history with ventures like Trump University.
Oh,
The New Yorker details allegations of high-pressure sales tactics and questionable educational value, leaving many feeling like they were misled and taken advantage of.
right. Let's not forget about the Mar-a-Lago membership fee hike right before the election, as reported by The Guardian, raising fees by 43% to a cool $1 million per member certainly raised eyebrows and concerns about selling access and influence.
So we have this pattern of him capitalizing on his brand and arguably profiting from his supporters.
Uh-huh.
But the question remains, is this another example of that, or is it something different?
Right. Is this just another shrewd business move, or does it point to something more concerning about the blurring of lines between politics, personal enrichment, and the cult of personality in the digital age?
Right.
That's what we need to unpack.
Yeah, definitely.
Big question.
Big questions.
Yeah.
So much to unpack.
Huge questions.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to continue this conversation.
Sounds good. I think it's tempting to jump to conclusions, but to truly understand what's going on here, we need to consider the bigger picture. Meme coins, while often dismissed as frivolous or even dangerous, are part of a much larger cultural shift, particularly among younger generations.
That's an interesting angle. I hadn't really considered that.
hmm
Are you saying there's more to this than just financial speculation?
Absolutely. Vox highlights how meme coins tap into this desire for community and shared experience, and even a sense of rebellion against those traditional financial systems.
So it's almost like investing in a meme or an idea rather than a company or a product.
Yeah, in a way, yes. And for some, it's a way to express their identity, their sense of humor, or even their political leanings. Think
Ah.
of it like wearing a band t-shirt or putting a bumper sticker on your car. It's a way to signal, your affiliation with a particular group or ideology.
And social media plays a huge role in amplifying this, right?
Oh, without a doubt. Social media platforms have become breeding grounds for meme culture. They create those echo chambers where information or misinformation spreads like wildfire, and meme coins thrive in this environment.
It's fascinating how Trump, a figure who's often criticized for his relationship with truth and facts, is now operating in a space where virality and hype often overshadow traditional measures of value.
It's the perfect storm, really. Trump understands the power of symbols and slogans and spectacles. He's always been a master of capturing attention and creating these narratives, whether it's Make America Great Again or The Art of the Deal. And this meme coin with its brash branding and association with his persona fits perfectly into that playbook.
It's almost like a digital version of those Maggie hats, a way for supporters to, show their allegiance and be part of something bigger. But it also raises some uncomfortable questions, doesn't it? If people are willing to invest based solely on a name or a meme, what does that say about our collective judgment?
Yeah, that's a crucial question. And it's particularly concerning in the context of his deregulation of the crypto industry. Vox quotes crypto researcher Molly White, who warns that removing those safeguards between traditional finance and the volatile world of crypto could have disastrous consequences for the entire financial system.
She uses the term firewalls to describe these safeguards.
Right.
It makes you wonder, are we playing with fire here? If this meme coin bubble bursts, could trigger a wider economic crisis.
It's certainly a risk, and one that shouldn't be taken lightly. The crypto market is already known for its volatility and lack of regulation, and adding Trump's unpredictable personality into the mix creates a whole new level of uncertainty.
It's like building a house of cards on a fault line.
Exactly.
So if this is such a risky venture, why are people so eager to jump in? Is it simply a case of, fear of missing out, or is there something deeper at play?
It's likely a combination of factors. Some are undoubtedly drawn by the allure of quick riches, the get-rich-quick mentality that's often associated with cryptocurrencies. Others might be motivated by genuine belief in his vision or a desire to be part of a movement that challenges the establishment.
It's that blend of financial aspiration and almost tribal loyalty that makes this so complex. It's hard to separate the rational from the emotional.
Exactly. And that's what makes this entire situation so fascinating and, frankly, a little unnerving. We're witnessing this convergence of technology finance and the cult of personality in a way that we've never seen before.
So where does this leave us? What are the potential consequences, both for Trump and for the average person who might be tempted to invest in Trump?
It feels like we're at a crossroads here. On the one hand, you have the potential for innovation, for using technology to connect with people and, challenge traditional systems. But on the other, there's this real danger of manipulation, exploitation, and, erosion of trust in our institutions. Right. It's a very delicate balance and one that we as a society need to grapple with. This whole Trump phenomenon raises these profound questions about the nature of leadership, the role of technology, and the values we prioritize in the digital age.
This idea of values is really sticking with me. If a meme, something often seen as fleeting and frivolous, can suddenly become a billion-dollar asset, what does that say about how we assign value in today's world?
Yeah, it's a fascinating question and one that I'm sure philosophers and economists have been debating for centuries. Are we moving towards a world where virality and attention and online communities hold more sway than, tangible assets or real-world impact?
And what happens when those online communities are built around a single charismatic figure like Trump? It creates a dynamic where critical thinking can be easily overshadowed by blind loyalty or fear of being ostracized from the group.
Right, and we've seen this play out time and time again throughout history. Charismatic leaders, whether for good or for ill, have a unique ability to inspire and mobilize people, often bypassing traditional channels of authority and accountability.
And in the age of social media, that power is amplified exponentially. It's almost like we're hardwired to respond to these larger-than-life personalities, even when our rational minds might be telling us to be cautious.
It's the allure of the simple answer, the quick fix, the promise of a return to a perceived golden age. And those narratives, especially when delivered with conviction and amplified by a devoted online following, can be incredibly persuasive.
So were we saying that everyone who invests in Trump is being misled or manipulated?
Not necessarily. There might be some who genuinely believe in the potential of the coin or who see it as a way to express their support for Trump and his ideas. But it's crucial for individuals to approach this and any investment with a critical eye, you know?
Do your research understand the risks involved and don't let emotions cloud your judgment? And maybe most importantly, don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
Absolutely wise words. In the end, whether Donald Trump is a visionary or a con artist, a genius or a grifter, might be a matter of perspective. But the impact of his actions, particularly in the realm of technology and finance, is undeniable and something we'll be grappling with for years to come.
It's been a wild ride exploring the intersection of politics and meme culture and the evolving nature of value in the digital age. What started as a deep dive into Trump has opened up a whole Pandora's box of questions about leadership and trust and the power of belief. It leaves me wondering, in a world of increasing complexity and rapid technological change, how do we equip ourselves to navigate these murky waters and make informed decisions? And how do we ensure that technology serves us rather than the other way around? That's something I think we all need to ponder as we move forward into this brave new world. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.